Welcome to SnakChat, the show where we chat with guests while we do some taste tests. And on today's episode, we have Froggy Country morning host and promotions director, Paisley Banks. Welcome to the show, Paisley.
Hi, thanks for having me. Two of my favorite things, talking and food.
Yeah, what a wonderful combination.
Yes.
Yeah. So glad to have you here with your debut on SnakChat. You've been on Around 10 several times before.
Yeah, a couple of times, but this is my first time here, and I was a little nervous when you told me there was going to be snacks. I was like, is he going to go crazy, or are we going to do things that I like?
Yeah. And turns out, I think we're 9 for 9 as far as our guests are concerned, because you love gummies,
I
right?
love gummies. I use them for running.
And cereal as well?
Cereal's one of my faves, so you checked all the boxes, my friend.
Somehow it just works out for us with SnakChat. But before we start doing the snacks and trying them out here, you're a radio DJ, of course, here in Frankfurt at Froggy. Tell me about being a radio DJ. Is that something you've always wanted to do?
Actually, no. I kind of just fell into it, weirdly enough. When I was little, I wanted to be a professional soccer player, I love to talk. And then when I got to college, some things happened and I got pushed into journalism and started in TV and then did my shift to radio and haven't looked back. So.
Wow. Was it always in the country music genre? We'll talk about country music a little bit later, but was it always in that kind of genre, or is it sort of jumped around?
No, I've always been in country somehow. I grew up listening to country music and love it. And I mean, I've tried some other stuff, but it just doesn't fit my personality and lifestyle. So I love it, and I love Frankfurt too, so it's a perfect fit.
So did Froggy bring you to Frankfurt? Is that what
they
originally?
Did? Yep. I'd been bouncing around the country. Actually, I lived in 8 states between TV and radio.
Oh, I remember you mentioning that, I think, on the show.
It's kind of crazy, but this is, knock on some wood, the longest I've lived in a state, and I love it, and so hopefully we're staying.
That's great. And so where did you grow up, actually? I want to say you've mentioned it on Around 10 before, but remind viewers if they're...
I grew up in Colorado.
Okay.
So north of Denver, suburb of there, and then my mom has family out in Nebraska, so we split our time between Colorado and Nebraska a lot. So out west.
Yeah. And do you visit out there in holidays too? Do you kind of go back? Okay.
And I try to go back at least once every 3 months because I miss it so much. I miss mountains. Like, we have mountains out this way, but they're little bunny hills compared to the mountains out west.
And they're a little different, right?
A little different.
You can't exactly go skiing on these hills, I wouldn't imagine. No. Okay, well, you mentioned you travel to Colorado and places to see family, so I imagine you need to pick up some snacks.
Yes, all
on
the
your
time.
way and traveling, either flying or on the road. What's kind of your relationship to snacks? Do you lean more? We have our gummies today, but do you lean more like sweet or savory, or a little combo of both?
I'm actually usually a health nut, but I just break it with gummies. I love, like, beef jerky is one of my favorites, and pita chips, like, I can go hard on those on a road trip, like nobody's business.
Do you do do you have like a favorite dip or anything? You said pita chips.
Yes.
Do you, what's sort of the dip?
Well, it's kind of hard to drive and
it's really hard to
dip. Like, so if I can, I do hummus. I like red pepper hummus.
Yep, same.
But if I can't, I'll just go to town on the pita chips. How about you? Do you have a favorite flavor hummus?
Oh, honestly, I think you said it. It's the red pepper hummus.
So good.
We love it at the house. There's another one that we've recently gotten into that's kind of off the beaten path. It's like a jalapeno mango.
Ooh.
So it's like sweet and a little bit spicy. We love it. We'll get like a little tub of it and tear through it in a few days.
Yeah, a tub. It should last you a week, but it lasts like an hour in some cases.
Okay, well, we know that you love gummies, so we do have a few gummies here for us today. One of them is off the beaten path a little bit, and it's in honor of your recent Mac and Cheese Festival event. We have for you some Kraft Mac and Cheese Gummies.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. You ready to try it?
Let's try it. Is that the middle one?
I'm guessing it is this orange one here. And we don't have a ton of info on it in our script. It's basically... Does it smell like cheese? Do you smell anything?
I can't smell anything, but it could be allergies. It's allergy season. So.
Right, yeah, I go through it too. Okay, cheers. Let's give these a shot.
Cheers.
Kraft Mac and Cheese Gummies. I went for the whole thing.
You gotta get the pull. You gotta see if it's got the.
That's a good call, actually. I might have to try a second one. What's jumping out to you, flavor-wise, or texture?
I kind of get that hint of cheese at the end, but it's not real strong.
It's not.
I would expect it to be a lot stronger.
Am I crazy for saying that I'm getting like orange?
Okay, I was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure.
It is orange, so I don't know if I'm like incepting myself as far as sort of, I don't know, as far as these go, but
yeah, I don't know.
I'm not getting.
It doesn't have like a distinct flavor.
Oh, they are in fact fruit flavored. They are telling us in the script, so maybe that's where the orange. But like, why is it Kraft?
I know. I don't get it. I want a cheese flavor gummy.
Yeah, that's what let's lean in. Mac and cheese flavor gummies. Yeah, that is just straight up like fruit flavor. They're a bit of a gag gift, apparently.
Huh.
Consider me, I don't know.
So I got fooled on April Fools.
I guess we got fooled day before recording this, but might as well. Jeez, that could be a fun like, here, try it, and then it's like, oh, this is just kind of
insane.
This is just orange. Okay. Well, fair enough.
It was good. I mean, it's still a good gummy.
It was good. I don't know that I would want to eat a whole box of them, but
no.
Okay, but going back to the mac and cheese of it all,
yes.
You guys actually had a mac and cheese festival not too long ago. Tell me a little bit about that. Why mac and cheese? What inspired that sort of decision?
Our owner started this,
I
want to say 5 years ago with one of our stations in Pennsylvania, because mac and cheese is huge up north.
I wouldn't have known that.
It's crazy. Okay. In like all the northern states I've ever lived in, everybody is like obsessed with mac and cheese. So last year she had challenged us to bring it here. Okay. So we did our first little test run of it, and it went so well we decided to bring it back this year and make it a little bit bigger, and it blew our minds. We had over 450 people show up, and we went through like, I can't remember how much mac and cheese, but we almost ran out of mac and cheese because we had so many people. And there was all kinds of varieties, which was really cool. Yeah. Like there was a sriracha mac and cheese, which was really good.
That sounds incredible.
And like a goat cheese mac and cheese. Right. So everybody did like, and there was even pizza mac and cheese.
Yeah, I would definitely like to try that. And the sriracha one. That would be
so
fantastic.
Good. It was like food coma for 3 days.
So are you typically like a mac and cheese like fan or purist, or are you kind of?
Not really. Yeah. So I'm Italian. I like my marinara sauce just straight up.
Yeah.
But I'll eat some mac and cheese every once in a while.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, how about you?
I do like mac and cheese, but I'm definitely not one of the. I wouldn't call myself a purist at all. I would, people like to like we said at the festival. People like to put their own twist and their own spin on it, and I'm all for it. Whatever you got. I think I've seen there's some restaurants in Lexington that I think do a buffalo mac and cheese or buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Like, yep, all for it. However you want to twist it. Yeah, it sounds
barbecue mac and cheese. We did have some barbecue mac and cheese there, and I love me some barbecue food. It was like pulled pork on mac and cheese. Yeah, it was good.
I mean, you just put like good food on top of mac and cheese. It's like, why not?
Why not?
I think that works. Okay, let's try another snack here.
Okay.
We're gonna go for the Shaq gummies.
Okay.
I believe we have 2 different kinds.
Those are funny. They like look like his face.
They are his face. I was like, wait, which one are they?
This kind of
They're the ones with his face.
You're like on my eating plate, his face.
On my plate, they were all turned over, and I'm like, wait, which ones are? Oh, yep, they're the ones of his face. They sure are.
That's so
hard
funny.
to get on camera there, but Shaq partnered with the Hershey Company to release the Shaq-a-Licious XL Gummies. He told Food and Wine that he's simply the biggest kid in the candy store. And he's probably the biggest kid in the candy store. Like literally and like spiritually, I would bet it sounds like. But he wanted to create a product that reflects that. As a result, a lot of the ideation around this new candy was undertaken by Shaq himself. It was his idea, for example, to mold the gummies into the shape of his head. He quote, "All the people who are mad at me or mad at anybody, just bite my face off." He said, "I don't mind. It's all fun." So he noted his favorite flavor is the berry punch.
Okay,
and he's partial to the sour bag as well. So we're gonna give these a go. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Shaq-a-Licious gummies. Let's see.
You just like throw it in your mouth, or you bite his head off?
I'll do the pickle part this time. I'll try your method. That might be a better way of getting to the flavor faster. What do you think?
It's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
it's like smooth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the flavor doesn't hit you like a
Right.
gummy.
Would you try this one while you were running?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, I'd eat this one. The only thing is it's as big as my head. Like, this is a 16th of my head. Like, you can put 16
Yeah,
of me, so they're kind of big. So they're kind of hard to store in your running belt.
So, what flavor would you describe that as? It's like a berry.
It is like a berry,
It's
but
a
it's
berry,
a
right?
subtle berry.
Okay.
Like, not like, you know how blueberry hits you in the face and blackberry, like when you eat it? This
it
is
is.
very subtle.
It's almost like a mixed berry, I would say,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I can get that.
Should we try the other one?
Yes, this is pink. Does it
It's like-
smell?
It's like
No
pink.
smell.
I'm guessing it is the like sour, like a sour bag,
Ooh, I like
something
sour.
like that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
We'll
cheers.
try that. What flavor is that?
I have no idea.
It's just sort of
This is gummy.
It's just sort of gummies,
Mm-hmm.
right? Much not too different. Weirdly, not too different from the mac and cheese, where it's
Yeah.
just sort of, it's gummy, you know.
It's got that like hard gummy texture. You know how some of them have the soft gummy? That's definitely like the hard gummy texture.
Do you have a preference?
Nah. A
Really?
gummy's a gummy.
Okay.
How about you?
I think it's soft.
You like the soft?
I like to get through it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because with this, I'm chewing a lot. That's too much work.
Yeah.
I gotta just be done with it.
I hate too with gummies, like they get stuck on your teeth. So you're like, have 6 different colors of gummies on your teeth. So hopefully I don't have gummies on my teeth.
I think you're all clear
Oh,
there.
good.
I get, like, I'm a picker. So when it comes
Okay.
to, if I get something stuck in my teeth,
Yeah.
I'm just like constantly like working my tongue
Yes.
trying to like get it out.
Same.
So I think
hated
that's usually why I like the sort of the softer
ones.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I hated braces because, of course, you're not supposed to have gummies when you have braces. But of
I had
course,
braces for a long
I
time.
totally did not listen. So they'd always get stuck in between the brackets,
Like,
and I'd be
worth
like,
it.
"Why is it happening?"
Apparently the pink one is just standard Shaq gummy.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't have a flavor. So we weren't crazy.
So we weren't crazy. That's just
Okay,
sort of
good.
Shaq flavor.
That makes me feel so much better because
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with my taste buds right now?
maybe if there's time we can try the other one, or if you want to try it while I'm reading the next question.
Okay,
You wanna
sounds
do
good.
that?
I'll
Okay.
try it.
So of course there's not a great segue from Shaquille O'Neal, one of the greats, but you've mentioned before on Around 10 and today with us on SnakChat that you are a fan of country, but specifically 90s
Yes.
country. What would you say were your gateways to 90s country? Did you just sort of grow up in the 90s and like that's what was on and that's what you like?
I was born in 94, so
Yeah.
I was late, but my parents listened to like 80s and 90s, and my mom was a huge Garth Brooks and Tim McGraw fan and Faith Hill.
Oh, yeah.
And so like they were always playing in the house. And I remember our huge 6 CD changer little stereo that was like in the corner, and mom would always have her 6 CDs and them blaring out. It was like the best childhood ever.
So they made you into the 90s country fan.
Yeah.
There's something special about the 90s country, right?
yeah.
How do you feel like it's different from a modern country? What would you say is something that makes it stand out?
I think that like there wasn't auto tuning back then, and there wasn't a lot of like digital mixing, so it was true raw music. You got the guitar, you got the fiddle, you got the bass guitar and all the things. So I think it just sounds a little bit more twangy, which I think modern country is kind of taking a little bit of a shift and going back to the 90s a little bit.
Oh, you think so?
Just a little bit with your Zach Tops coming up and your Zach Tops, your Luke Bryans are more of your pop country, but like
Right.
your Luke Combs, like
Oh,
taking
true.
it back a little bit on that.
I would say
So-
like maybe a Charlie Crockett.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like even the Tyler Childers, like
Yeah,
I know
sure.
he's huge here in Kentucky, but like also he's hit mainstream country. Like I have friends out in Colorado that are playing him, and he's more of like the bluegrassy true music, which I'm fingers crossed we can keep it that way.
And so you'd like to see it like make a shift back to the sort of 90s.
Yeah.
And I think there's probably nothing wrong. You might agree that there's nothing wrong with experimenting within genre and music
No.
and trying some different stuff out. But there is something that that they captured, I feel like, in the 80s and 90s with some story songs.
Yeah, and
with
it's
country.
more, like you said, more stories and more true. And I love country music now too. I love the poppy stuff. Don't get me wrong. I can jam out to some Morgan Wallen and Jelly Roll all day, Lainey Wilson. But there's something about that traditional sound that, I don't know, it's just what I was grown up on, and everybody's different. So that's what's amazing about music, is that's what keeps it going around. We're all different. We all have different tastes, and
but I think you kind of hit it with the fact that I think some modern country, and you can correct me because I don't listen. I kind of shy away from the more modern stuff. If it's country, it'll be like Tyler Childers or Charlie Crockett, something like that.
Yeah.
I really like Western kind of country. Like, I think it's a cool kind of vibe. But some of the modern country sort of sounds like pop rock. Yeah. And then they just throw in like a lap steel guitar or a fiddle to just sort of make it. Now it's country. And,
Yeah, no, I totally get your vibe. No, and that's what's cool too about like working on a country station, is we get to mesh all of that together.
You get to see it a lot.
And I get to see it a lot, and it's really cool to see the trends, because we were talking about this. Every 10 years, there's like a cycle of trends, and like right now we're kind of in that Garth Brooks where it was like traditional sounding, but it was pushing the boundaries a little bit with the auto tuning and stuff. So it's just really cool to see the circle of a song, or the cycle of a song, I guess we should call it.
And then you see some pop stars in, Beyonce famously had her country album last year. But then even Chappell Roan's newest song really is cut from like the Shania Twain sort of model, which I love. Like, I think that's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. And like, it's really cool because like Shania Twain is like the Taylor Swift of my age, and those women pushed that kind of through. And then we had the Garth Brooks, and then I would say like the Morgan Wallens are like pushing the limits in different directions. So it's really cool to see how from decade to decade there's always that person that is pushing the same boundary but in a different way.
Yeah, love that. Okay, Brett is correcting me here in the script that the bigger ones, I believe, with the he might have to correct me, but I think they are the green, yellow, and purple.
These ones that look like cactuses?
Yeah, these are the actual sour ones.
Yes. Okay, I love sour.
So let's give these a shot.
Okay, I don't have a green one.
Okay.
So I'll do purple.
You're purple? Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's give that a go. You love sour.
It hits you fast.
It does.
I love it.
That's pretty good.
That was really good. Like, I could go
I like that way because it is a little softer too. And it's got, I dig that.
And the flavor's strong. Like, it even like overpowers the sour, because sometimes the sour overpowers the flavor, but perfect.
I'm assuming yours is a nice like grape flavor. Okay. Mine's green apple for sure.
Nice.
I dig that. I love grape, so I might have to dig in and try those.
Yeah, you're going to have to try that one.
Try that for sure. We have other snacks to try.
Yeah.
You've also brought up on Around 10, you're the morning show host over at Froggy, so you get up for work at what time?
Like 4:15, 4:30.
Wow.
So, my bedtime. I'm like an old lady. It's really bad. I'm in bed.
And you're still rolling like full steam ahead.
Yeah.
This afternoon, and you've been up for that long.
Yeah. It's coffee is your best friend. I'm a coffee fanatic, but I'm also a morning person. I've been a morning person my whole life. So it's just kind of like I told somebody once I got onto the morning schedule, I felt like my body was finally at home, and like I wasn't resisting it, because like when I did afternoons and stuff, I would sleep in and then I'd feel groggy all day because I wasn't with the cadence of my life. So
that's a good way to look at it too. Like, you feel like you've found the job and the calling that and the schedule that works with the way your body chemistry is wired. And
exactly. The only weird thing that everybody has a hard time, my lunchtime is 10:30 in the morning. So
honestly, that's not too bad. I love an early lunch.
Yeah.
Like, I start thinking about lunch at like 10 or 11 a.m.
Okay, cool. So like, not too far off.
No. I'm totally cool with that. We have more gummies though to try.
Yes, let's do it.
We have Alani gummy worms and Alani gummy bears.
Oh, how cute!
There's no mistaking these. These are the bears that we have on our plate, and the worms that we have as well.
My little bear has sunglasses and like dumbbells on it.
Oh, he does.
That
getting it done in the gym. Like an outdoor Venice Beach gym or something.
I need these to run with. Maybe they'll make me faster.
These apparently, a little fact, have started rolling out in early 2024. So kind of on the newer side. Marketed as a healthy candy.
Oh, I love that.
So, which translates to less sugar and thus fewer calories.
Love that.
Quite a variety of Alani brand gummies, not just bears and worms. They also have watermelon slices and gummy rings, too.
Oh, cool.
One common complaint, however, across the board online has been when it comes to low sugar candies, they unfortunately taste low sugar.
Okay.
But we'll have to see if we agree or not.
We're going to have to try this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Going with the worm?
Yes.
All right. I'm doing the whole guy.
Yeah, definitely low sugar taste. I don't know if I like this one. Oh, it's got a weird aftertaste.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
How would you describe the taste or the aftertaste?
I don't know. It just sticks around.
Yes. Lingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? I
can't even.
I don't know what it is, but I don't like it.
I don't like it either. No.
Gotta do water after that one. Yeah, I'm not so sure.
No.
Maybe here's a point that it might be good is if you are on a run, you're in the middle of a 5K and you just need the energy.
That's true.
And it's not so much about the taste. Are you an energy drink person?
No.
I'm usually not either. The only one that I usually drink, not often, but if I just need, like, I got something going on. Like, we might have a ball game that we're taking care of and been here since 8 something in the morning. I will reach for, like, a V8.
Okay.
Like a V8 energy drink kind of thing. They're small, not a crazy amount of caffeine, but it's just enough to boost, get me through the next few hours. Those taste really good. Most of them, however, I feel like don't have a great taste. You're usually drinking it because of the energy benefits that you're getting and caffeine and stuff. But maybe that's where this could come into play.
Maybe, but I don't even know if I would even pack those.
The aftertaste is strange.
Yeah, it's still strange, and it's still in my mouth. And we had it like 2 minutes ago.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. So should we try the gummy bears now and see if they're better?
You know, I think that is a good way to look at it. They don't have as much. The other ones, would you say, the worms have a bit of a sheen to them?
Yeah, and they have that fake, like, I guess it would be fake sugar because it's not real sugar on the outside. Yeah, so is it like stevia or
weird little crystallization going on? But our little gummy bears with our shades and dumbbells, he's getting it done, and they actually feel, like normal texture a little bit. You want to try it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Cheers.
we'll try that. Cheers. We'll give that a go. We'll give them some credit and try the full spectrum.
That was not as bad.
Yeah. Why would you agree? Well, or I do agree, but why would you feel that way?
Because, like, the flavor isn't, like, it's harsh, and it's not lingering. Like, it's subtle. Yeah. I can't tell if it's, like, a grapefruit flavor or it's got, like, that.
You're right. It does have I can see where somebody would say, I want this to be a gummy bear. Yeah. And it's not Haribo,
full sugar.
Yeah, it's not full sugar. But I don't mind that.
No, I would actually eat those.
I would too.
Yeah.
Especially if I was wanting that extra benefit of the energy of Alani, and that's not bad. It's
not bad.
Weird that just through one is a worm and has a lot more going on and a little different. Maybe that's like their play at like a sour, but it's just not sour.
It's not sour, no.
Yeah. Didn't love that.
No.
The gummy bears though.
The gummy bears were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, full marks. Okay. We were talking about before we went live. Another question for you. You have a dog.
I do.
Appropriately named Waylon.
Yes.
And you can see him occasionally on Froggy's Instagram.
Yes.
You guys have great videos there. And according to that, I will say he seems to be a very well-trained and good boy.
He is. I spend a lot of time with him. He's too smart for his own good. So if I don't train him and don't keep on top of him, he gets himself into trouble.
Okay. He's a little too smart, too sneaky.
Too smart. Yeah.
Do you? And so you were telling me before we went live, you bring him into work with you.
I do. Just about every morning he comes in. He doesn't like the early mornings. He's more of a night owl. So
all right. I was going to ask if he follows your same schedule.
Yeah, but the cool thing is he'll come in the studio and he'll sleep under my feet until about 9 o'clock when everybody's starting to get here, and then he like gets his energy and starts running around and being a crazy dog. But until then, he's super chill, and you might hear him bark here and there on the radio, but that's usually when somebody taps on the window.
Sure. Yeah, while you're doing a live read or something. Yep. And how does he get along with everybody else in the studio?
So he's not really a human person.
Okay.
He's a rescue. So I got him from the Lifehouse here in Frankfurt.
You did.
So,
My dogs came from Lifehouse as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, shout out to Lifehouse here in
Lifehouse, we love them.
That's right.
But he did not come from the best situation, so he's got a lot of human anxiety, so we slowly work with that, and it takes a little while for him to warm up to people. But other dogs, he loves within minutes. So
that's really
and then
good.
he's got a coworker that comes in, which is an Australian Shepherd, and those two just run around like crazy and run the office actually. So
they make sure everything gets done. They take care of it all. What breed is Waylon?
He's an English setter.
Okay.
So he is a hunting dog, and actually I trained him to hunt. So we'll go after birds all day, every day, and that's all he thinks about. So,
and you mentioned, I think before we went live as well, that your brother kind of helped train him as well, right? Okay.
Out in Colorado, my brothers work for a kennel that trains hunting dogs. So we went out there, and usually you send him off for 2 months, but I couldn't be without him for 2 months. So we went out there for a week, and he got on some birds, and I've been working with him since. So we're excited for September and October because that's when bird season opens up and we can go be wild children out in the feral woods of Kentucky.
Hopefully, and the weather will warm up here soon, and he'll love to hang out. And how does he like Frankfurt?
He likes it a lot.
Okay.
He loves the outdoors, so we're always at like Cove Springs or other places hiking and running around. He's definitely an outdoors dog, but he's not so much a city dog. So when we walk downtown, he's not too happy. But
really?
Yeah.
Is it just too much stimulation? Too many cars and people?
Yeah.
I feel the same way sometimes when I'm in a big city.
Same. Yeah. We're just feral children that belong out in the woods.
Okay, we're about to try some cereal here in just a second. But since we know you're a morning person, how do you feel about cereal as a breakfast food?
I don't eat it too often because it's really sugary, but every once in a while I will grab me a nice bowl, and I go back and forth on my favorites. So every week it's something different.
Okay. That spawns 2 questions.
Okay.
Since you don't usually do cereal for breakfast, where do you usually go for your morning meal?
My morning meal is usually an egg sandwich and a yogurt parfait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. How about you? Are you a cereal person every morning?
I do love cereal, but I don't eat it usually in the morning.
Okay.
I try to do just like a yogurt if I can.
Yeah.
Like sort of the non-full sugar, like the lower sugar content quality yogurts. And sometimes my wife will make oats, like morning oats with some bananas and stuff. Yeah, we love those quite a bit. Okay, but my other question for you was, what cereal, when you have your rotating favorites, when you reach for a cereal, what is it right now that's sort of top of the heap?
It's like a tie between Frosted Flakes and Lucky Charms, 2 of my favorites.
I was thinking you were gonna say like something that might be like Honey Nut Cheerios, oats, bunch, or something that's like. But you're going full Lucky Charms. When you're gonna have cereal, it needs to be
sugary because I eat healthy the rest of the day. So if I'm gonna break it, it's gotta have all the sugar content.
Well, I think we're probably. I appreciate you breaking it with me today because we're gonna try some cereal right now. That is the Kelce Mix.
What?
So if we're gonna break it, we're just gonna go for it today.
Let's go big.
The Kelce brothers teamed up with General Mills last fall to bring together personal favorites from the cereal's giant roster. We got the heavy hitters here: Reese's Puffs, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Lucky Charms, all in one box.
No way!
It's like a mix.
This is
cool
cool.
idea. It's a cool idea, and I don't know why somebody hasn't done it before. I'm all for it.
This is like a 5-year-old's dream.
Right. It's like except nowadays you can't do it all in one box because that'll cost you like $20 and you got to take out a second mortgage to do the boxes, like 5 boxes of cereal or 3. But I think this is cool. This is almost like I've never really done this, but you go to a restaurant, you buy like a drink, a fountain drink, and just like a little bit of all of them. Yeah.
Like college.
Right.
We used to
It's
do
just
that.
college.
It's like college all over again. You go up to the cereal bar and
Oh, this is a cereal bar. Yeah. You could also call this the poor college student's breakfast.
Yes.
All right. So we got in the script. It's really all about the available info that we have on these reviews. Lean positive, highlighting that the cereal concoction isn't overpoweringly sweet. So that might be good for us, and that the flavors blend together pretty well. But most reviews state that cereals are better on their own rather than mixed together.
That combo is perfect, though.
I agree.
Like,
I'm ready to find out.
I'm ready to find out too.
Okay, let's dive in. This is gonna be fun. The
Cheers.
Cheers, Kelce Brothers mix. There's a lot going on.
There is.
There's 3 different cereals in there.
Yeah. And they all hit you at a different time too.
They do.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the lingering taste, the aftertaste, is just whichever last one you crunched into.
I was just going to say that.
So mine's the Reese's Puffs.
That's how mine was.
Yeah, okay.
But I also didn't get a marshmallow in there, so I feel like I need to get a marshmallow from the Lucky Charms.
Yeah, you got to get the Lucky Charms.
You got to get the Lucky Charms.
I like that.
I really like this. Like,
this is good.
This is good. I'm going to need to get this in my pantry.
I agree. What are people on about? How have they gotten this so wrong?
I don't know. Like, this is
so
perfect.
good.
This is perfect.
What's wrong with you all?
They just don't have good taste, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like it. I'm not even a big Kelce Brothers guy. Being a Bengals fan myself, not super into the Travis Kelce experience. But is it Jason? I think that's the other Kelce.
Yeah.
He seems pretty fun.
He seems cool, and his daughters are so cute.
Right, yeah. So I appreciate one half of the experience, but I appreciate the whole Kelce Brothers cereal experience.
I would, like I said, I'm gonna go get my hands on this. This is good.
This is really good.
This is so good.
Yeah. Okay. What was your? That's obviously the favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay.
And then I liked the little sour.
The Sour Shack gummies went pretty hard.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I kind of just wish that the Kraft Mac and Cheese ones would have been a bit more of a laugh.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I think they sort of were like, hey, it's mac and cheese, but we're not actually gonna. I'd say commit. Right?
Yeah.
Like, get the cheese flavor somehow into the mac and cheese, I think.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why'd you fool me? I want cheese flavored gummies. Now that would probably be disgusting.
It might be.
But like,
wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, it would be fun.
It's
fun
like
the bamboozles.
Yeah, we had some of those here on the show.
Oh, cool.
Back late last year, so they were a lot of fun. Well, this has been a whole lot of fun.
This has been so fun.
Paisley, thank you for being here. Where can folks find you? I mentioned the Froggy Instagram.
Yes.
Is that the best place to follow, or where else are you guys?
I have my own Instagram. It's just Paisley on the radio.
Okay.
And then, our website, Froggy Country, is another great place because that'll direct you to all of our social medias. So
cool. And listen to Froggy Country, of course, on the radio. What are there any other events coming up that you can think of? I'm putting you on the spot.
Coming up, that is tough. Well, we are going to start our summer giveaways in June, so you're going to be listening because we're going to be giving away 4-packs to amusement parks, not only here in Kentucky but also in possibly Tennessee and Ohio too. Nice. So, in Indiana.
Oh,
the Holiday World.
Oh,
yeah. So that's going to be coming up here in June, which is really exciting.
Very cool. Yeah. And then, like you said, go to the website and listen to Froggy Country on your radio.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks so much for being here, Paisley. We've been looking forward to having you on for quite some time now, and we'll see you on down the road, and hopefully we'll see you on Around 10 as well sometime soon. Talk about one of these events that you got coming up.
Yes, I'm excited.
All right. We will see you next time on SnakChat. We'll chat with somebody else and do some more taste tests. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Boom! Yes. Okay, I have one more bite of the cereal.
Yeah, I'm gonna
so good.
finish this bowl.
Mm.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not either.
How'd they get that so wrong?
I don't know. These people just don't know what cereal is supposed to taste like, obviously.
They just need, like, fun in their life, I would say, right?